We are officially in Aries season. Welcome the divine, light, bright energy of Aries. Okay, this is my girl Solar Flare. It's one of my baby girl plants. I wanna tap in, see, are we officially live? Yeah. Okay, I wanna see if I got audio. Can I hear anything? Yep, facts. Okay. Listen, we're gonna have to go ahead and give yourself a clap. We made it to Aries season. Pisces season is coming to a close. Mars, the ruler of Aries, is currently in Aquarius. This matters because we're gonna have a little quick bump until Mars goes into Pisces, and so you're gonna feel this like, and then you're gonna kind of slow back down in a way that's like, man, what happened to that fire? What happened to that spark? And so I just want you to know there's a couple things happening. Number one, we already stepping into the spring equinox. We are currently retrograde, so that matters. We're currently retrograde in shadow. Mercury is in Aries, but it's in shadow, and so this is going to kind of again slow down the transactions that Aries feels like I'm ready. I want to burst off. I want to do my thing. As an Aries myself, what I can highly recommend for you is don't move too fast, too quickly, and use this energy to plan. Use this energy to get a foresight of what's to come, of what your long-term visions, hopes, and aspirations are. Hit the thumbs up early. Thank you for hitting that thumbs up. Get this video out there. Share it with somebody you love. This is the spring equinox. This is a beautiful, beautiful time to be alive. And I want you to clap for yourself. Clap for yourself the way Aries would, the way Aries need to. Understand that right now the sun in Aries is going to rule the 5th house, and this is the house of self-appreciation, self-love, and walking your own path in a way where you can sustain your own light. You can sustain, like the sun, your own energy, your own vitality, your own joy is all dependent on you. And this is the beautiful part about the sun being in Aries. As we start to spring equinox, you might be having some irrational fears in the last couple seconds. Your last couple dreams might be showing you what the loss looks like in your life, and also how you can be grateful for that loss, but it may be hard while that Pisces is there. So again, we have Mars gonna go quickly into Pisces, and so I mean we're 3 degrees away. We're at the most climactic degrees of Mars and Aquarius, and this is an air sign. This air and the fire, they work really well, and they create a flaming tornado of energy, a flaming tornado of, man, I got this mastermind plan. I can see the future right now. And so what I want to say is, as you see the future, make sure you take a lot of time, to reflect on what you're feeling, what you're thinking, as well as what brings you joy and vitality, and understand very clearly as you hit the thumbs up. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Help a brother out. Hit that thumbs up. I see y'all in here watching. Hit that thumbs up. What's really critical is that you don't waste this energy. Because, again, as Mars goes into Pisces, which is going to happen in about 4 to 5 days, that fire of Aries is going to dwindle. It's going to calm down. It's going to kind of step away. And it's not going to necessarily feel good. It's going to feel like, damn, I finally got my life back. And then, life, y'all took it away from me again. You're not going to enjoy that. So do be mindful. Spring equinox, this is a time where the initial heat, the initial blast off energy of Aries is actually here to melt the ice. So understand that Mars is actually super duper cold, or it could be the red planet that we think we know and it's super duper hot. But when it's not hot, I'm talking like negative 2,000 degrees Celsius, something ridiculous, something like all life freezes. And it's the energy of Mars. So while it's in Aquarius, it's going to actually have that initial heat up where we're going to melt the ice. And the ice is the emotions. The ice is the hurt. The ice is the grief. The ice is the things that you lost. The ice is the expenses that you have and how they feel probably overwhelming. Like, oh my God, how am I going to get out of this? And I tell you how you get out of it is gratitude, self-appreciation, self-reflection for the barriers that you set up, the boundaries that you put into play, especially with family members, right? As well as with your expenses and what you do in the local shopping environments. So there's a time when you notice, like, although someone's in Pisces, transition into Aries, Sun in Pisces, this is a ruler in the 6th house, and this is the house where we do our local shopping. We buy the things we need. And there's a difference between the things you need and the things you want. And so the difference is, while the Sun is in Pisces, Pisces is very free giving, free going, and so you might rack up more expenses than what the income might look like. And it's important to kind of see and get in tune with, all right, what is my father's influence on my spending habits, right? And if not your actual physical, literal dad, the dad that you respected, somebody that you respected and you were willing to be humble around, somebody that you might have idealized. These are the transitions that we're coming out of. And if you idealize this person, it could have been a teacher, it could have been a mom who was a father figure, right? Or it could actually be your dad. It could be somebody you see as a mentor. And it's the kind of thing where you respected this person deeply. You respected them in a way where you might not have gotten a real image of them because you love them so much. Now, this is going to help you understand very clearly, like, what your spending habit, how your spending habits has been shaped, at least from this mentor figure. And then Aries is going to go back. Now, Aries starting this spring equinox is going to go into the energy of I'm becoming my own father figure. I'm becoming my own authority. I'm becoming the one that says yes and says no. I'm becoming the one that sets the boundaries. I'm not relying and depending on somebody to teach me. I'm not relying and depending on somebody to discipline me. I'm in the process of learning how to discipline myself. I'm in the process of learning how to be my own light. And like the plants, watch the plants around you. You might see some plants are dying and they need to pass along and go back into the soil, go back into the dirt, and then you're going to notice other plants are starting to be reborn. You're going to notice that other plants starting to gain vibrancy. But it's the kind of thing where it takes a lot of energy to break through the soil at the initial. So it could take time, it takes time, it takes time. So while you're under the surface, Pisces is this energy of under the surface, all this energy was growing, it was dying, it was decaying, and you don't notice that it's having this very slow and gradual rise to the top of the surface, and this becomes the soil. And so this soil, now, Aries energy is the sun in this last couple degrees of Mars in Aquarius has that energy source that is partially mental and partially action based, and that will allow you to kind of crack through, and you're going to start to notice there's going to be just this little weed. And so understand that springtime isn't the time where things are fully blossomed, right? It's April showers, May flowers, and so it's going to take another month or so before those flowers start to come around May, maybe even late April to May. This is when we start seeing more fruits of the labors of what's been happening during Pisces season. So understand that why it's going to take that extra month. Mars is in Aquarius now, yes, great, 27 degrees, but very quickly it will go into Mars in Pisces, which again dwindles the fire, it calms the flames, it brings a more gentle touch to our actions, it allows us to be kind with others. Thank you, I do appreciate you hitting that thumbs up, okay? It allows us to be kind to others. It's the kind of energy of, hello, Aileen, what's going on? Study with me. Good to see y'all. I didn't see your comments prior, but I want to say, what up, what up, what up, what it do? Apparently I can't comment in this. It's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. So what's important is May is when you start expecting more of the flowers, the roots, the seeds that you planted to kind of gain traction, to gain the energy that we like to think Aries is about. But just understand that Aries is just this initial, I need to crack through the surface, and it's very hard to do that. It takes a lot of power, it takes a lot of energy. So what you could do to help yourself is to do the things that bring you more joy and vitality. If that is art, go do art. What you can do is start getting early sunlight, or get this evening sunlight. You see in my face, oh no, you don't see it. You can get this evening sunlight, and you see how right now my skin looks like it has more vitality, it feels more charged, it feels more energetic. That's the thing you could do as well, is get that evening sun, all right? And it'll help you to melt the ice. And so the ice, like I said, it's these deep emotions. It's the same. I've been working on disciplining myself. Absolutely. I appreciate you for being here, hitting the thumbs up. I've never seen you study witch with me, but I want to say welcome to the channel, okay? I want to say welcome to the channel. Oh, you're in Mexico too? What up? Did we meet? I'm in Guadalajara. What up? I love it here. Let me know who you are. It'd be really cool if we're close enough to go ahead and meet. So that's it. Take the time to watch the plants. I kid you not. The plants, the nature, they will give you an indication of where you are, where you're going, what works, what doesn't. And so in these initial time frames, you have a chance to see the future. You have a chance to mastermind the future and understand that discipline will shift. It will change, because when you see the future, what you need to do to discipline yourself to create and make that future become a current reality will change. So what you did to discipline yourself prior will be different from what you need to discipline yourself coming. So when you get these angelic and shamanic insights through your dreams, through birds, through plants, whatever, nature is a great way, you're going to get these very futuristic shamanic insights. No, Mexico City. Oh, I was living in Mexico City, but I'm not there anymore. I like Guadalajara better. You come check it out. I don't know if you're a girl or guy, but I was going to say, come check it out, girl. If you do come to Guadalajara, send me an email, let me know. That said, notice the shifts, notice the changes, okay? Because, hold on. I gotta get the drums for you. So welcome to the Aries season. Through the darkest hours, spring equinox is such a time to rejoice. And I know that right now everything isn't perfect. I know right now that everything isn't in order. I know right now that life is still messy. It's still chaotic. And what I want to say is how you maximize this energy is hit the thumbs up, okay? Step one. Step two, definitely take the time to come to our event. All right, this Sunday we're doing a cosmic kidney yoga, and we're going to be working with the kidneys, which are here, and we're going to be taking the fear out of the kidneys. Now, fear is one of the things stored in the kidneys. I've been talking about this. It's been in my email list. It's in my blog. If you're not on it, you can download it for free and get on there, because I'm giving out free game that I started. This is one of my karmic missions that life has been telling me. So my point behind saying this is, like, what got me there is understand that, and I'm giving a free reading away. So that's another important piece that I should have said earlier. I'm giving away a free reading. Gracias, sería un placer. Sí, un placer grande. Un gran placer. Un gran placer conocerte. So it will be amazing. Right now, I totally lost my thought. Whenever I go from Spanish to English, it's like two different mindsets in it. And I'm like speaking Spanish and I'm good. I'm locked in it. Or I'm speaking English and I'm locked in it, and it gets hard sometimes to do the switch back and forth. So what I know that everything isn't beautiful right now. I know that everything isn't perfect. I know everything isn't how you would like it to be. But what I am going to say is, what you can do is take the most difficult task that has been on your list, that has been a burden, and go ahead and knock that thing out. I promise that if and when you do that, you will gain so much strength. You will gain so much power. You will feel so much vitality. You will feel courage and joy, impulse. So, like, for example, today, my biggest task was to do my taxes. I have my solar return in the 8th house. Okay, 8th house is the house of taxes and what you owe to government, because, again, the government is the sun. The sun is the politicians and the powers that be that has authority in X area of your chart. And so, Aries in the 8th house, my solar return, that's the taxes. So this has been these debts, paying taxes, paying whatever I owe for my business this year. It's been like a huge fear. Hit the thumbs up. Help a brother out. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. Help a brother out. And so doing that today I got to get in my entire income for 2023, my entire expense for 2023. I got a very clear look at something that like it's a fear of mine to report to the government. Every year I'm like, oh my God, how much am I gonna owe them, right? Because tax time for me, it's like I owe people money. I don't really get money back on my tax return as an entrepreneur. Like I owe money. And so I have to find as many ways as I can to lower that deduction rate, for example. And so as I do that, Spring Equinox, gang, brujo, gang, brujos. Shout out to the brujos and the brujas in the chat. I love you. I appreciate you. Got my bruja. Remember, me and my bruja, we're going to be doing the 8-week online course starting this Saturday. All right, week 1 starts. Somebody just signed up today. And if you're an entrepreneur, you want to go ahead and make money on it full time, work through these taxes and these fears and things like that I've had to learn to do as an entrepreneur, especially in the spiritual space, you have that opportunity. I'm going to give you the free game and tell you how to do it. If you want to live abroad, I'm going to tell you how to do it. If you want to live abroad while running an entrepreneurial business in the spiritual space, I'm going to tell you how to do it. And it took me this long 7 years, and like I'm hitting this point where like, you know, the trauma and the drama that has accumulated for me to get here, okay, where I'm the black sheep in the family and no one has walked this path. It's been difficult. It's been hard. It's 8th house energy, right? Like it's been very traumatic in many ways. It doesn't make sense. I don't have all the answers. It's something where I have to dig deep into my fears, deep into my psychology of why do I want to do this? Why does this mean something to me? And I had to come to the realization on this Spring Equinox message that my why related back to a death. It related to my grandma dying from kidney failure. And this is one of the whys. You know, I was a kid. I was like 8 to 11 years old, and my grandma died from kidney failure. And I hated the hospitals. I was like, the hospitals killed my grandma. The hospitals failed her. The hospitals could have kept her alive. The hospitals, and this started my huge why. And so I started working in that healthcare industry, and I realized Western medicine, it had its kinks, it had its errors, it had its things that I didn't agree with, it had its like, you know, they were lying to people, and I was like, I want to be able to help heal people. So me coming back to this why, this is the time you want to really work with the Spring Equinox. Understand why you're doing what you're doing. And if you don't know why, look at the sun sign. It'll help you tremendously understand what is your solar focus, what is your conscious mind wanting and needing to be on, right? And as you come to terms with that, as you come to terms with that, I promise you, Aries is about attacking your biggest fear. So right now with Mars and Aquarius, your biggest fear is about the long-term dream, that's something that you can't see yet, but you have an opportunity to mastermind that future reality, that future feeling, that future ambition, that future push, that future power today in the present moment now. That's how you maximize this next 3 to 4 days. And then Mars and Pisces will come, and that's when you have to attack your biggest irrational fear. This is actually the real end of the cycle before Mars goes into Aries. This is the true end of the cycle. So understand that even during the eclipse in the Libra lunar eclipse and the Aries new moon eclipse, these are going to be energies and eclipses that are going to happen while Mars, the ruler of Aries energy, of this fire, of this initial spark that melts and dethaws the ice, dethaws your intuition and all the blockages on your intuition. So understand that, right? Like your intuition is blocked in how many ways, right? Your psychic ability is blocked in how many ways? And what ways are they blocked? So right now we have a tremendous example with Mars going into Pisces to surrender that karma of our imagination that we're afraid to pursue, that we're afraid to step up and move towards, right? Our largest hopes and dreams has a tremendous opportunity to create realistic forms of escape from the powers that be, from the governing agencies, which doesn't have to be your government and taxes and XYZ, but the governing agency over your identity. And that's something key and critical. It's key. Your identity and the attachment to your clan, whoever that clan be, whether it's your family, whether it's your sister, whether it's your secretary and your co-workers, whoever it is. We have a chance with Aries Sun to cut away the karmic life cycles, which might be from a completely alternate timeline, dimension, reality, and literal alien clan, right? Because Aquarius, Mars and Aquarius, Aquarius is alien, flat out. Pisces is alien, okay? They are not from this world. They actually don't take physical form, right? Aquarius would be the thought form of your angels, literally, of dragons, being able to communicate with them, okay? I appreciate you, Bruja. Aquarius is the one who communicates with fairies. Aquarius communicates with animals, all right? Aquarius does better communicating with everything that's actually not human. And this is something key to understand. It has the ability to balance and mediate from, let's say, angelic and cosmic support to earthlings and people of human blood. But it prefers and it does better with everybody up high in the sky and beyond our Earth's atmosphere. So Mars in Aquarius, it's the kind of energy where your identity has to be in alignment with your cosmic support, with your alien DNA. And then when you listen and you identify with them rather than what you're supposed to break away from, because Saturn is literally the planet that helps us break away from the constraints and the restraints by adding some boundaries so that you can incubate, right? You're an Aquarius. Okay, look at you. Talk that talk. All right? If you're an Aquarius in the chat, let us know, what are the guides saying right now? Let me know in the chat, what are the guides saying right now? What do they want us to do? How do they want us to move forward with this initiation spark energy that is so fucking powerful? Aries is like, boom, right out of the boom. You know what I'm saying? Like, Aries is like, yeah. It's a one-hitter quitter. You feel me? So my point is, with the Mars and Aquarius energy, it's about lining up that focus. It's like, yep, this is where I got my vitality. And then it's like, pull that arrow back and understand that with this, you gotta make sure there. And then you hit, right? So my point is, line up your goals, line up your aims, because this is the time to ready, aim, and don't fire yet. Okay? Ready, aim, and don't fire yet. We're still in the process of getting rid of those last minute irrationalities, those last minute expenses, those last minute fears, those last minute attachments to our grief, those last minute attachments to our literal psychological hindrance, not allowing us to disintegrate the ego, not allowing us to disintegrate our attachment to how others are judging our process, our journey, and most importantly, while Aries Equinox is here, okay? Aries Equinox month. It's my equinox now. It ain't no spring equinox, it's my equinox, it's Aries Equinox. It's taking away your identity. So spring equinox is a time to cleanse. Today, by the grace of God, our entire house got painted white. Literally. The place I'm living in, they did all the walls in the complex, and they painted the whole thing white. And so it's funny because now I had to move everything away from the walls in my house, okay, the barriers, right? Symbolically speaking, all the barriers in my house, the things holding and keeping us safe within this four wall constraints, within the barriers and the boundaries of the home, the place of where we get nurtured, the place where we feel safe, the place where we eat food, the place where we rest and recover and go to sleep. In my home and within these constraints, right? We had to move everything away from the walls. So away from and then go where? We had to put it basically in the center, right? Because I'm not leaving the stuff outside my house. So we put it into the center of the room. All the rooms, they have to put things in the center away from the wall so they can be painted. So what is it saying? Aries season is an external masculine energy, yet it is coming from the dissolution of Pisces. So we have to understand that Aquarius, where Mars is at right now, Aquarius is a center-focused energy within its mind. It takes the mind and it centers its focus like this, right? It's self-sustaining and self-energizing like this. Now Pisces is like dissolving the boundaries of the mind, of the high intelligence, the boundaries keeping the cosmic wisdom and guidance. It's doing this, right? And so now Aries is about, let's go in to the center of that piece while Pisces has dissolved the boundaries a little bit. Let's go in, because why? If I go in like this enough and I go deep enough with enough force inward, then I can burst with so much power and force towards that ambition, towards that long-term goal that Aquarius has already discovered. It has already actually masterminded. We're in the last stages of the masterminding, and Mars, the action we take on our high mind, high guidance, is about planning that stuff out, which means it needs to either be written and typed on a computer, because Aquarius be a technology, an iPad, some sense of some sort of a device, okay? Or it could be written as an air sign, written down on a vision board. This is the time frame to do that with dreams that seem impossible. And that's the key. Things that seem impossible, the things that you're actually afraid to achieve. So if you're afraid to travel to New Zealand and start up a farm and plant off the grid tomatoes and zucchinis, whatever, and that seems impossible, it's about writing that down, putting that in your computer, putting that as your background screensaver. But Mars is about act on that stuff. And again, it's not an external process, meaning people are not going to know, nor do they need to know what that long-term dream is, because it has to go inward. Spring equinox is a time to go ahead and snip the last little things and actually water the garden, so that when you have this blast off moment, it becomes absolutely fucking unstoppable. And this is going to actually happen closer, like I said, to a month from now. If the solar eclipse, the new moon solar eclipse, is in Aries on April 8th, I'm going to say that it'll begin to happen April 15th. So April 15th up until April 22nd to the 24th. April 15th, you'll see it. But April 2nd to April 22nd to April 24th, now that's the time frame where your roots will start to flower. They will start to water. Let me check where I got. I see Curtis. What's up, Curtis? I saw your name today. It's funny. I literally just saw your name today. A bit weird, but last night I had a dream with you in it. Wow, and I just saw your name today. I shit you not. Your wife was there as well. Gang. It was about lawyers and such. I left a large white crystal cluster on your desk. Well, I appreciate you for that. That feels like good energy. Thank you. Thank you, Curtis. That feels like good energy. It doesn't feel weird to me at all. Okay? Cool. So, white crystal, if we interpret this dream, and I thank you for giving us that cosmic message, because I asked you all in the chat, give us this cosmic message. And a white crystal is about purification. It's about purity, right? I'm thinking quartz in an instance. Now, quartz is not just purification and purity, purification and cleansing, but it is also a power source. It's a generator. So when it's put on the desk, what's the desk? The desk in a dream is where you do your work. It's where you plan. It's where you integrate the details, right? Integrate Mars and Aquarius. And so you don't usually sit at a desk and not work. And this is the Aries energy. It's time to work on ourselves. It's time to work on our deep subconscious mind and cut through the depths of the ocean once Mars goes into Pisces. This is the spring equinox. Cut through the depths of the ocean. Now, the ocean are the profound emotions that likely don't get much attention because it's very hard to see at the bottom of the ocean. But the key with Aries is this is such a powerful spark that it can if you plan properly, hit the bottom floors of the ocean, okay, and create an earthquake. And so that earthquake now moves and transports you towards what? May flowers. April showers, May flowers. Earthquake, May, that's Taurus season. This is when Uranus and Taurus will have something. I think there's a transit. I don't know where it is right now, but I think Uranus will conjunct Jupiter. I believe so. And when that happens, now we're going to have all the financial wisdom that we're going to need. All the wisdom we're going to need when it comes to what can I do to destabilize X forms of income and earning potential and actually restabilize it in a way where I'm going to be very happy that all my income structures that I thought I needed and wanted and depended on that made me feel safe and stable, I'm happy they disintegrated. I'm happy for the wisdom of Jupiter bringing the blueprint. So that'll happen, like I said, closer to May. All right. If you have any questions, it's a good time to ask because my iPad is dying. All right, you're welcome. I put some energy in it. You asked me to do a small, tiny fairy garden on a planter. I put a crystal there and promise to add to the garden later. And hear him, right? Hear him, because this is a part of the channel message. I'm reading it and I see this is a part of the channel message. Without a doubt, this is a part of the channel message. Okay. And so if you have questions, it's a good time. Share where Aries is at in your chart. Maybe I give a little mini forecast for the people that are here as a reward for being here, for supporting, for hitting that thumbs up. And I'll do that for the next like 3 to 4 minutes before I get up out of here. So drop Aries in your chart. Okay. And then let me know what's up. And I can go ahead and do the best I can to support you. Do remember to check out our eclipse event this Sunday while y'all type those out. This Sunday, the Libra lunar eclipse. I'm doing a yoga session, all right? And you have the chance to win a free reading as well as 1 month worth of membership. So that's a possibility right now. And in the meanwhile, like I said, I'm going ahead. I'm waiting for your Aries. Drop your Aries in the chat. If nobody drops anything, drop the planet, drop the house. I will go home and enjoy the rest of my life. Let a brother know. Let a brother know. The paper is lost somewhere in the chaos of massive changes. I'm going to look real quick. Okay, go ahead. I'm not even entirely positive what paper you're talking about, but... So I dropped that there. Again, you click on this link, you have a chance to win a free reading. Any reading on my website, you have a chance to win. Anybody that comes. There are people that already came. Some people bought extra raffle tickets. Every extra dollar you put over the $15, which this event is going to be, every dollar over will give you an extra raffle ticket. And it's going to be a first place and a second place. So first and second place both will win a free membership. And then first place only will win a free reading on my website. So that's up to y'all. Man, people mad selfish. It's mad people that came up in and out of here, and people ain't trying to hit that thumbs up, huh? You're just gonna be selfish. All right, cool. It's cool. Be all right. I don't think I see any Aries. Anybody drop Aries in your chart? If I don't see an Aries planet and placement, and planet and house come up, I'm about to get up out of here. I'm giving y'all a free game. Drop your thing. I'll help you understand what this spring equinox is trying to do for you. I'm gonna count to 10. Thank y'all. I see more people hit the thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Is that so hard? Is that so hard? It's one little thumbs up. Is it gonna hurt you? Is it gonna hurt you to hit the thumbs up? Man, I tell you give and you receive. That's the law of the universe. You give and you receive. You give this little plant a massage. It gives you joy and happiness for looking beautiful and for growing. Right? You give it some water. Again, it has a vibrancy. Okay, I don't think I see anything. I'm giving a 10 count. No Aries placements. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, that's it. That's the live. Okay, so Join us at the Cosmic Kidney event. Otherwise, if you're an entrepreneur, Saturday is our day one. We have somebody brand new join in today. Saturday is day one for the 8-week Sacred Reality. If you're an entrepreneur, you want to live abroad, you want to make money as an entrepreneur, you want to go full time, this is the event, especially if you're in that startup phase. I can give you so many tools, save you so much trauma and drama that I had to go through as an entrepreneur, I promise you. Otherwise, the one-time event is on this Sunday. It's a yoga class. I'm running the yoga, helping you take the fear out of your kidneys, helping you balance out the blood in your body and free up your meridian points, okay? So if your meridians are blocked, I'm going to be helping you free up those meridians, because once those are blocked, energy can't flow. And if energy can't flow, it's going to be very difficult to manifest, all right? You're going to be trying to add things in while not getting enough out, and that equates to sickness. Okay, we got one. Fabian, 888. Man, I was about to get up out of here. Aries in the 6th house. What's this? Scorpio rising? Okay. So the spring equinox for you. All right. The sun's going to go. It's ruling your 5th, and you're in the 6th house in general. So a lot of this is going to be about self-care, as well as recognizing who you see as a mentor. Okay? Excuse me. Recognizing who you see as a mentor. And put yourself in a position where you become that mentor. You realize, okay, right now the sun wants me to focus on what brings me joy, vitality. The sun wants me to focus on which impulses of mine equate to me feeling stronger after the fact. And what you're going to find with this is exercise is going to be one of the major ones, so that you can actually take all these excess thoughts in your mind and calm them. Allow them to reach a certain sense of mental peace. The anxieties are going to be best worked out through the body right now. So the anxieties of the mind. Now the second thing you can also do for this 6th house, I want you to just go ahead, do it right now with me. The stomach holds and the pancreas, which is over here to the left. So what you could do over to the left, you can glow this. What color is the pancreas? White. Visualize your pancreas. You might not know what it looks like, but it looks like a little sac. But if you know what it looks like, it gets more powerful. Visualize the pancreas. Put your hands over your pancreas, right? Glow this area white and massage the worry and the anxiety out of this pancreas, okay? Out of this pancreas. And as well, you could do it in the stomach, because the stomach holds in the pancreas worry and anxiety. These are two emotions. And now what this will do, all right, especially if you allow yourself to breathe during this time frame, I'm still doing it, right? I'm still in the massaging in my belly, to take the mind, and I want you to go like this. Aries 6th house. I want you to just tap on the temples, and I want you to just dig into the temples. This right here, 6th house, hands, Mercury and Aries, the hands, right? 6th house responds to Mercury. It's about using your hands to manipulate the physical energy in your body. This will allow the energies to hit escape points. I want you to tap on the top of your head, right here. And this is another escape point of the head. Aries is the head, right? So 6th house is something you can do to heal yourself. In this meridian point, tap on the head. And now you'll open the energy. And so now what I want you to do, use your hands to take the incorporeal energy around you, aka light beams, and see a golden light flow through the top of your head, down to your sacral, healing the fears of the sacral, healing the fears of the worries in the stomach and the gut, and then golden light comes back up and out. And I want you to literally see this gap, this hole in the top of your head. Wow, I already got a tear forming. Well done. You're doing a good job. I can tell that somebody's doing this. Somebody just had a tear. And if you can cry, allow that thing to happen. Because when you cry, what you do is you heal the lungs. And the lungs are what also restores resistance. Okay? Resistance. That's the main one. It does more, but resistance is what I got. And if you let go of that resistance through crying, guess what? Your manifestations become more powerful. All right. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up and the like button. Again, I will see you at this eclipse event. I really appreciate y'all for being here. This is on Sunday. Otherwise, check my bio. You'll see the 8 weeks. All right. I'm giving away one free reading. First place will get the free reading. Any reading on my website. Angelic Reiki, I don't have past life healing on there. Angelic Reiki, that'll help me get into your Akashic space and cleanse out the spiritual, do the spiritual healing. Human design reading, okay? If you like human design and astrology by itself, Western, Vedic astrology, any of these, thank you for hitting the thumbs up, I see you, will be options on my website that you can go ahead and get. Obviously, I can't give you the 8-week online reality for free. That's just not happening. But you can join that. Like I said, somebody joined today. And thank you for being here. I want to say I love you. I appreciate you. This is the Spring Equinox. I really enjoyed my time here. I enjoyed y'all for participating and for sharing your own divinity with this space and trying out these exercises. All right. Obviously, you can always join our membership. I'm doing exercises like this. I'm teaching y'all so many energetic healings. All right. Thanks, bro. Greatly appreciate it. Absolutely, Fabian. 88. I see 88 and I see 55. All right. These are powerful numbers of change. Powerful numbers of literal power. Okay. Literal money pulling up if you take a risk. And so that's another thing, that by you freeing that mental energy up in that 6th house of Aries, you'll be able to take bigger risks. You'll be able to take risks that you actually feel secure taking. And that's something magical, okay? Like, to be able to take a risk and still feel secure in that risk, this is what I like to call calculated risk. All right? I'll see y'all soon. I love you. Ciao. See you on Sunday at this Eclipse event.